potato where we drained earlier. So a final couple of squeezes. Put that in a large saucepan or the bowl, which, like you see, is already starting changing the colour. And we will pour rest of the potato in a colander to drain the juices off. In the meantime, our milk is nearly boiled, which I turn it heating down so it keeps boiling, but just slowly. And I have to hurry up now with our second lot of potatoes, trying to get as much juice out from them as I can. Milk start to boil. I think that will be alright. Basically, when you squeeze out all potato, well, not all, but potatoes juice from potatoes, their consistency is a bit harder than porridge, isn't it? So that's what you're looking for. In this saucepan there, it's all juices from a potato, which we leave to stand still for a couple of minutes while we pour that boiling milk onto our potatoes. Because that is hot and boiling, it will seal potato colour. It would not go any darker than what is now. Grab another spoon, which is a bit stronger than what I had, and we need firmly everything whisk it round as quick as we can, so all the hot milk with the onions gets mixed in and seals potato colour in its recent state. So have nice texture now. Obviously, grating potatoes with a electric grater is so much easier, but if you don't got that, you can use a hand grater, which will take forever. So it's much better to have an electric one, but that is another possibility to use. So next thing, I finished beating the 3 eggs what we had earlier. Now potato, they are warm potato mixture, but not over hot. So we will put an egg in it, but that it would not cook the egg. So we just mix everything together. And our potato juices, where we're standing now for a while still, so we can now, in another bowl, drain it carefully round with all that fluff, and at the bottom of a saucepan we left with some potato flour, what it's called, if that is dry, which is in Lithuanian krakmolas, but because it's not dry, that is alright. And we will, like you can see, how much is that? Depending on the type of potato, how much you will have. Sometimes you can have more, or from other type you can have less, but that doesn't matter. Whatever you will have by the end of it, you can pour on top your potato mixture. And when that will be cooking, will help potatoes to stay all together. And you need to mix everything well now, and our mixture will be prepared for cooking. So like I said, we will be using slow cooker, which will take about 7 to 8 hours to cook our kugelis. And slow cooker, which we will go now to that, we will need to oil the sides with a bit, couple of spoons of oil, and then we got prepared meat in a bowl. We will put about half amount of mixture into slow cooker, spread it out a little bit. Next thing, we have to lay whole pieces of the meat, and because that will be cooking nice and slowly and gently, meat all will be cooked inside, with meat juices running into potatoes, which makes very nice and tasty. And it's like you can see, it is quite large chunks with the skin and everything, because for that sort of dish you do need to have a bit of fat. You can't have without it. Maybe not very healthy, but that's how Lithuanian dishes are. So after all meat is laid, you will pour rest of a mixture on the top, and spread that over. That is nearly too much, but not too bad. Right, we're nearly there. If you got some sour cream, you can spread that over the top. That will help also to keep a grated potato colour, not get too dark. But because we put with the milk on top of hot milk, that should be alright too. And I don't put anything now. Just put a lid on top. We set our slow cooker on a low and switch it on. So that now is all ready, and it will be ready in about 7-8 hours. We have to check. Thanks very much. That is the Kugelis for tonight. Bye.
Yeah.
Good morning. Our Kugelis has been cooking now for 8 hours, so now it looks that it's all ready. And if I lift that lid up, like you can see, it's all steaming hot and still bubbling away. So what we will do now, just turn it off, heat, and leave to stand for about an hour before we will be going and try some on. and see how that looks. Right, it's now an hour past, and we're going to dish up some kugelis. Like you can see, nice and brown at the top. So we get a dish and a spoon, and get nice piece out. Like you can see, there is some meat, nice and steaming. That is our kugelis. So enjoy it.